Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the previous year question of GATB 2023. So let's begin. Question number 1. The deficiency of which vitamin causes pernicious anemia? Option 1, vitamin B2. Option 2, vitamin B12. Option 3, vitamin B6. Option 4, vitamin B7. So the correct option for this question is option 2, vitamin B12. Due to vitamin B12 deficiency, the pernicious anemia is caused. Question number 2. What is the SI unit of luminous intensity? Option 1 watt, option 2 joule, option 3 mole, option 4 candela. If we look at each option, what is the SI unit for power? And joule is used as the SI unit for energy or work, and mole is used in the SI unit for number of molecules or for counting number of atoms. Then we use the SI unit mole in that. And candela is the last option, that which is used as the SI unit for luminous intensity. Question number 3. Match list 1 with list 2. So we have to match list 1 with list 2. So in list 1, if we look at the restriction enzyme, the correct match for restriction enzyme will be molecular Caesar. Micro injections, for the micro injection, the right match will be animal cell. In animal cell only we use the micro injections. Biologistics is also called as gene gun. Heterologous host is the correct match for recombinant proteins. So the correct option for this question will be option 1. Question number 4. The gravitational force exerted by Earth on a particle as it travels from the Earth's surface towards core. Option 1 increases, option 2 in 0, option 3 decreases, option 4 remains same. So the correct option for this question will be option 3 decreases, because we know that according to the gravitational force, when it moves towards away from the core or in depth, then the gravitational force will be decreases, and at the center or at the core of the center, the gravitational force will be equal to 0. So if the object will move away or towards the core or the center, the gravitational force will decreases. Question number 5. The electrical field due to dipole along the line passing through its midpoint and perpendicular to its axis is proportional to. So if you remember the formula of electric field due to dipole, then it will be easier for you. The formula of electric field dipole is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon R cube. So according to this formula, electric field due to dipole is directly proportional to 1 upon R cube. So the correct option for this question will be option 2. Question number 6. Ramesh has 4 friends. In how many ways can he invite one or more of them for dinner? So for solving this question, you should know the formula of combination. By applying the formula of combination, we can solve this question. So total number of ways, for calculating the total number of ways, it's equal to 2 raised to power n. Now what is the value of n? The value of n is given in question 4, because he is only giving the ways for 4 friends. So the value of n will 4. Now 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 16. Now we get the total number of ways. Now there is chance that he will not invite any of the friends, so there is probability. So total number of ways minus inviting 0 friends, we will get 16 minus 4 c naught. It's c naught is combination, okay, and if you calculate the 4 c naught, the answer will be 1. So 16 minus 1 equal to 15. So there is total 15 number of ways that he can invite one or more of them for dinner. So the correct option for this question will be option 1. Question number 7. Which of the following is not isoelectric with sodium plus? So we have to find that which element among them is not equal isoelectric as the sodium plus. So first we will calculate the isoelectric value of sodium plus. How we calculate that? Sodium plus have total 11 atom. Now it have plus 1 charge, so we will minus 1 because plus shows that the sodium had loosened one of these atom. So 11 minus 1 equal to 10. And now we will calculate all the isoelectric charge of the given option. First we will calculate the isoelectric value of magnesium, which will be equal to 11. Isoelectric value of aluminium will be equal to 10. Isoelectric value of fluorine minus will be equal to 10, and the isoelectric value of O minus 2 will be 10. So the only option which is not as same as sodium is magnesium. So the correct option for this question will be magnesium plus. The option 1 is the correct answer for this question. Question number 8. The mean square speed v square of molecules of a gas at absolute temperature T is proportional to option 1 1 upon root T, option 2 root T, option 3 T, option 4 T square. So if you remember the formula of Vrms, which is equal to under root 3 RT upon M, and if we square this Vrms value, we will get V square equal to 3 RT upon M. So V square is directly proportional to T. And what is asking in the question that what is the relation of T with V square? So V square is directly proportional to T. So the correct option for this question will be option 3. Question number 9. Which two gases together contribute maximally to global warming? Option 1 CO2 plus N2O. Option 2 CH4 plus CFCS. Option 3 CO2 plus chlorofluorocarbon. Option 4 CO2 plus CH4. So if you remember, what are the main gases which causes global warming are carbon dioxide, methane, nitric oxide and chlorofluorocarbon. All these gases are contribute for the global warming. But this question is asking which gas contribute the maximum for the global warming. So the correct option for this question will be option 4, because CO2 and methane is the only gas which contribute maximally for the global warming. So the correct option is option 4. Question number 10. A pseudoplastic fluid is best characterized by option 1 increased in apparent viscosity as the shear rate increases, option 2 decrease in apparent viscosity as the shear rate increases, option 3 the structure breaks down and apparent viscosity decreases with continuous shear stress, option 4 the structure builds up and apparent viscosity decreases with continuous shear stress. So the correct option for this question will be option 2, the decrease in apparent viscosity as the shear rate increases, because shear rate is inversely proportional to the apparent viscosity. Question number 11. Which is the site of attachment of spindle fibers to chromosomes during metaphase of mitosis? Option 1 kinetoplast of chromosomes, option 2 kinetoplast and chromatid arms, option 3 sister chromatids of chromosomes, option 4 kinetochores of chromosome. So the correct option for this question is option 4. The kinetochores is the site where the spindle fibers attach to the chromosome during the metaphase of mitosis. Question number 12. The separation and purification of biological product after completion of biosynthetic stage in a bioprocess is known as option 1 downstream processing, option 2 upstream processing, option 3 quality control testing, option 4 sample processing. So the correct option for this question is option 1 downstreaming processing. In downstreaming processing, we do the separation and purification of biological product, while in upstreaming processing, we will do the cell isolation and cultivation. So the correct option for this question will be option 1. Question number 13. Pipe A can fill the tank 3 times faster than pipe B. If together the two pipes can fill the tank in 36 minutes, then pipe B alone will be able to fill the tank in dash minutes. Option 1 81 minutes, option 2 108 minutes, option 3 144 minutes, option 4 192 minutes. So let's calculate. If we let take time taken by pipe B equal to x minutes and take the time taken by pipe A equal to x by 3 minutes. So if by adding 1 by x plus 3 by x, we will get 1 upon 3x. Now by solving this, we get the value of x equal to 144 minutes. So the correct option for this question will be option 3. Question number 14. Which of the following is autosomal dominant disorder? Option 1 myotonic dystrophy, option 2 phenylketonuria, option 3 hemophilia, option 4 thalassemia. Let's look at the each option. Myotonic dystrophy is a genetic disorder and it is a autosomal dominant disorder. So the correct option for this question will be option 1. The phenylketonuria is a inherited disorder and the example of autosomal recessive disorder. Hemophilia is a X-linked recessive disorder and thalassemia is a autosomal recessive disorder. So the correct option for this question is option 1. Question number 15. Identify the correct statement with respect to linkage and recombination frequency. Option 1. If the genes are linked, they show low recombination frequency. Option 2. Two genes with 1.3% recombination frequency are loosely linked. Option 3. If the genes are tightly linked, they show high recombination frequency. Option 4. If two genes are tightly linked, they show low recombination frequency. Let's look at the all option and discuss them. Look, if the genes are loosely linked, they show low recombination frequency. No, if the genes are loosely linked, they will show high recombination frequency, because the relation between linkage and recombination frequency, they both are inversely proportional to each other. If the linkage will increase, then the recombination frequency will decrease. So if genes are loosely linked, that means they are loosely connected with each other, so the more the chances that the recombination frequency will be high. Now the option 2, two genes with 1.3% recombination frequency are loosely linked. No, never, because 1.3% recombination frequency is very low. So there is the chance that recombination frequency is low, then the genes will be tightly linked with each other. So it's not loosely linked, it will be tightly linked with each other. Or let's look at the option 3. If the genes are tightly linked, they show high recombination frequency. No, this option is also incorrect, because if they are tightly linked, that means they will show low recombination frequency. And in the option 4, we can see that if the two genes are tightly linked, they show low recombination frequency, and it's the correct option for this question. So option 4 is the correct answer for this question. Question number 16. Plants which are genetically identical to the original plant from which they are grown are called as option 1 somatic hybrids, option 2 soma clones, option 3 single cell explants, option 4 homozygous twins. So the correct option for this question is option 2 soma clones, because we know that soma clones are exact copy of their parent or the mother plant. So the correct answer for this question is soma clones. Question number 17. Match list 1 with list 2. So we have to match them. So let's look at euchromatin. Euchromatin is loosely packed DNA, so it is transcriptionally active. Heterochromatin is a densely packed DNA, so the correct match for heterochromatin will be 1. And for euchromatin, the correct match is 3. And RNA, the poliovirus genome, so the poliovirus genome is of RNA, so the correct match for RNA will be 4, poliovirus genome. And the RNAs, it is the enzyme which are used for the RNA degradation. So the correct match for RNAs will be 2, RNA degradation. So the correct option for this question will be option 1. Question number 18. Two sources are called coherent if they produce waves, option 1, of equal wavelength, option 2, of equal velocity, option 3, having a constant phase difference, option 4, having same shape of wavefront. If you have read the wave chapter of physics, then this question will be easy for you. So the two sources are called coherent when they produce a wave of having same shape of wavefront, then we call them as coherent waves. So the correct option for this question will be option 4. Question number 19. Calculate molality of 3 gram acetic acid in 100 gram of benzene. So we have to calculate the molality. So if you remember the formula of molality, which is equal to moles of solute upon kilograms of solvent, let's calculate them. If for the moles of solute, acetic acid is solute which is added in 100 gram of benzene. Benzene is here solvent, and we get the mass of acetic acid which is 3 gram. Now we will calculate the number of moles of acetic acid by W upon M. That means gram of acetic acid, weight of acetic acid divided by the molecular weight of acetic acid. So we will get the number of moles which will be equal to 0.05 moles. So we get the number of mole of solute. Now we'll find the solvent mass. So W for benzene will be in 100 gram. We get the weight here of benzene is 100 gram. 100 gram divided by 1000, because we will want that in molality in kgs. So we will divide the 100 with 1000 and we will get 0.1 kg. By adding the values of number of moles of solute upon solvent weight, so we will get the molality which is equal to 0.5 mole per kg. So the correct option for this question will be option 2. Question number 20. A wedge of 60 degree representing 1/6 portion of circular disc of mass m and radius r is cut. It is rotated about a line perpendicular to its plane and passing through the center of the original disc. Its momentum of inertia about the axis of rotation is option 1 1 upon 2 mr square, option 2 1 upon 8 mr square, option 3 root 2 mr square, option 4 1 upon 2 mr square. If you remember the formula of moment of inertia of about the given axis, which will be equal to mr square upon 2, so we will calculate them by mr square upon 2 into 1/6, because there is given that 1/6 portion of circular disc. So we multiply the moment of inertia by 1/6, so we will get mr square upon 12. So the correct option for this question will be option 4, 1 upon 12 mr square is the right answer. Thank you for watching. For more videos you can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.